Have you ever tried to eat a sandwich in one bite, a whole sandwich in one bite? No, you haven't. You know why? Because you already know what'll happen. You would choke, right? The fastest way to get down a flight of stairs is to just jump down the stairs. But that's not a smart idea. What's going to happen? You're going to get injured, all right? Most likely. So why does almost everybody fail their New Year's resolution when it comes to weight loss, building muscle, or anything pertaining to fitness? And maybe other things too. Because, y'all read the title, because they try to go from 0 to 100 real quick. They look for the fastest way to do this, the easiest way to do that, and how to do this in a few weeks, or how to do this in a day, or whatever, abs in 2 weeks, or all that. That's not the way to do it. If you tried that last year and you failed, I'm telling you right now, that is why. Please do not go into 2026 with the same mistakes you made in 2025. All right? Do not do that. Also, I'm not saying stand still. I'm not saying move backwards. I'm still saying move forward, but don't go to 100 miles an hour already. You just learning how to drive. You just learning how to ride this bike. Your training wheels need to be on. You're just learning how to lift the weight. Proper form is first before you start going heavy. You just got done sitting on the couch and eating whatever you wanted to eat. Before you eat absolutely nothing, which you should never get to that point. All right. Yes, there's such thing as fast, and that's not absolutely nothing. You still got an eating window. All right. But before you go to starving yourself, which is not good, learn how many calories you've been eating and gradually cut them down. Before you start going crazy on the cardio, remember, you just got off the couch. No disrespect. I'm just saying, I've been telling people for years to not wait until New Year's. But hey, it ain't none of my business. I can't tell nobody what to do. I can only give you advice. It's up to you to take it, all right? Or not. You just got from not doing any workouts to thinking that you're going to do every workout. What happens? Burnouts and injury. Hitting a plateau, hitting a brick wall. And then giving up because it's too hard. It's too hard because you started on difficult mode. If you ain't never played, let me see what's a hard game to play. Contra Hardcore, Sega Genesis in the 90s, right? Most of y'all ain't never played that, but that's a very hard game. You get hit one time. People blasting at you. Different stuff you got to do. You get hit one time, out of there. You playing on hard mode the first time? I would. I'm that type. But I'm just saying everybody ain't that type. But when it comes to something that you're physically doing with your body, this ain't no video game. Ain't no reset button. Ain't no just do-over, all right? I know so many people who have injured themselves in the gym doing things that they've seen other people doing that has been in there for a long time, and you just want to start off and pick up where they're at. And then you want to diet. Most people gain weight on a weight loss journey when it comes to their diet. Why? For one, they do a bunch of cardio, which is going to make them hungry and ravenous. And then they cut their calories so low they can't eat any dirty foods. And this is dirty and I don't want to eat that because I'm on a diet. I want to eat healthy. Da, da, da. A lot of people that just eat healthy, they don't lose weight anyways because healthy is good. Don't get me wrong. Healthy is good. Eat healthy. But if you're not tracking how much you're eating, if you're not tracking your calories, and you don't have to be that good at it, all right, yet. Key word is yet. You just started, all right? It's like anything else. Think about a job that you had for a decade or anything that you're good at that you've been doing for a long time. Now rewind. Think about when you first started doing said thing. Were you as good as you are now? This is no different. This is exactly the same. And it's just like a business. Whatever isn't measured cannot be managed. I get on a scale every day. I like the scale. I love the scale. I'm not scared of the scale. I'm not gonna look at the scale because I don't want to see the numbers. And it's no. At the end of the day, even when I used to weigh 275, well, I liked it the scale then too because I thought I was way more muscular than I was, and that was fat and water. It was fat and water. But even then, like, okay, let's say I was embarrassed of my weight, right? I don't have to weigh myself in front of nobody. I could weigh myself in the comfort of my own home, in my bedroom, or in my bathroom. Nobody has to know. I have to know so I can know where to go from there. All right? I gotta count my calories. Why? So I can look at the scale in conjunction of counting my calories every day and see if it's going the way that I want it to go. See if it stops and why. I can more pinpoint the reasons I'm gaining or losing weight if I'm tracking my intake and or maybe my outtake. Me, I track my intake and I track the scale. I don't really track my outtake. I'm burning more calories per day, way more calories per day than the average person. How do you know that, Repentine Fitness, if you don't track your output? Because I look at everybody else. I move more than everybody that I know. I work 12.5-hour shifts. I sit down twice a day. Break time. Now, yeah, a little bit here and there, I might sit down for a second. But I'm up, I'm moving, I'm doing stuff, I'm cleaning stuff. I'm not telling you what I'm doing can't tell you all that. But what I'm saying is this. I'm active. When I go to the gym, I don't go in there to socialize. I don't go in there to chatty patty. I don't care about the weather. I don't care about what sports team is winning. I don't care if the cops outside, we can see them out the window and something going on. Depends on what's going on, but I'm going to get my work. I'm going to put my work in. I'm going to get my results because I'm going to put in my work. And there's going to be days I'm going to have ups and downs. There's going to be days I'm weaker than others. I'm going to do what I can do that day. And I'm going to come back even stronger. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to come back even stronger. I'm going to analyze from my tracking. Because I'm tracking my weights too. I'm tracking how much I lifted and all that. So I'm going to analyze from my tracking what's going wrong. What am I doing too much of or not enough of? Am I getting enough rest? Am I getting enough sleep? Now, no, I'm not like a machine and tracking every single solitary thing. The main things I'm tracking is my weight, my calories, right? Everything else a rough estimate, right? But I'm making sure that I'm moving in the right direction. I'm looking in the mirror, seeing if the abs coming in. I'm looking at my clothes, seeing how they fit. I'm feeling my energy. Do I still got energy? Am I still good? Am I under eating? I'm staying hydrated throughout the day. And I'm not measuring that either. I'm not saying you shouldn't. You could. You know, some people do a gallon, some people do 2 gallons a day, a gallon and a half, whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm guessing that I'm guesstimating that because I tracked it before, so I kind of know what it's like. Probably getting over a gallon a day of liquid, all right? Low to no calorie drinks. If you don't like artificial sweeteners, just drink water. Stop drinking your calories. Or stop drinking them so much. They add up. A lot of people think that only things that matter when it comes to calories is the food intake. Anything is food intake calories. Drinks. You drink a sugary drink that got 300 calories in it. You just put 300 calories in your body that had no nutritional value and it did not fill you up. You're still going to be hungry. Matter of fact, and I'm not saying don't cheat. I have cheat days. Y'all can look up Repentine Fitness cheat days and see how many cheat days and how I cheat. Matter of fact, that's the end of the video because I'm not going to talk to y'all too long. I got to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. But I'm gonna leave right here what to do after a cheat day. Because a lot of people think they're not going to cheat. I'm very disciplined. I cheat. I cheat on purpose. All right? And the reason why I cheat on purpose is like, you're not going to be perfect. Your willpower ain't going to be perfect. I used to do construction, right? When they do a sidewalk and put cracks in the middle, like they make them into, they put them lines right there. Those are breaks on purpose. It's not just for design and look. That concrete is going to break. Whether you put it in, those are breaks. Whether you put the break in it or it's going to put it in itself. And if you put it in itself, it's going to put it in wherever it wants. So you might as well put it in there. See what I'm saying? Those are your cheat days. I put my cheat days where I need them, but I don't keep cheating. Or I do cheat meals a lot of times. That way, a cheat meal and a cheat day is where you just eating whatever you want, right? Or in my opinion, a cheat day is anytime I'm going over the calories I'm shooting for. If I'm on a diet, I'm never going to have one of them all-out cheat days on my diet. I'm not reversing my stuff. All right, so a cheat meal, though, I can have a cheat meal every day on my diet. Because why? Because I track my calories. All right, I know what a deficit is for me. So let's say, for instance, I'm going for 2,500 calories. If I have a cheat meal that might be 1,000 calories, and it might be dirty food, I got 1,500 calories left, and I can have 1,500 calories worth of healthy food. So most of my calories still coming from healthy food, but I curb some of my cravings with some of the dirty food. But I don't recommend that for people who don't count their calories, because you're going to be way over. You're going to be in a surplus. And a caloric surplus means you're either going to be gaining weight or you ain't losing none. A lot of people eating at maintenance right now, they haven't lost or gained anything. And they haven't even been tracking their calories. But you're still eating at maintenance right now. Just because you're not looking at the calories don't mean they ain't going in your body and doing what they're supposed to do. That's like me pumping gas. I'm pumping gas, but I'm looking over here. So I don't see the number of how much gas is going in my car. That means no gas was in my car. That's exactly what you're doing when you think calories don't count, just because you didn't count them. I'm telling you, people don't pay attention to these things, and they refuse. They refuse to do these things. They think it's too much of a job. I tell people all the time, you want the results or you don't. You either doing it or you ain't. I'm not even trying to sound harsh right there. A lot of people took that as harsh. That's an excuse. To say that somebody's dissing you because they said something, gave you some advice, that's an excuse. That is a crutch. A lot of people always, oh, what worked for me? They don't want to hear what you're saying, so they go say, what worked for me, worked for me. What worked for you, worked for you. And they ain't getting no results. That's like wondering why you don't have a job you didn't even put in a job application. That's like wondering why. It is what it is. You're going to get the results that you put in. Fitness is like that. The world is like that. Whether you like it or not, reality going to be reality. What to do after a cheat day. Top 10 misconceptions about weight loss. To find out what else you've been doing wrong. That way you can right those wrongs and succeed. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Holla back at your boy. Peace.